Many of you have been asking a lot of questions about what's going on in Ferguson, Missouri. Well, we can answer some. We don't have all the answers, as obvious, because law enforcement still doesn't have the answers. So, why did officers shoot Michael Brown? We don't know. We don't know if he was in fear of his life, what exactly led up to this. Hopefully, the witnesses will be able to shed more light on this, and one day we will find out, and hopefully that soon. When is it okay to use deadly force? For officers to use deadly force, they have to believe that their life is in danger right then and there, their partner's life, or some citizen's life is in danger for them to use deadly force. So it's something you sometimes has to be made in a split second, but you have to, it's just last resort for deadly force. See, why haven't officers interviewed the teen who says he was walking with Brown? If they have since, why did it take so long? That's a great question. Number one, maybe he wasn't making himself available. And number two, there's some graffiti that we were showing on HLN just today that says, "Snitches get stitches." So hopefully that's not the mentality in that neighborhood, but still, maybe they weren't making themselves available. I guarantee you law enforcement most likely has spoken to him by now. Okay, well now, next question. With the nights of unrest, how do both sides de-escalate the situation? Well, the police chief was talking about that just this afternoon. They're going to take a look at the tactics and the appearances of the officer, and they're going to facilitate the protests for tonight, Thursday night, so hopefully there'll be some peace. You also have the U.S. Department of Justice Community Relations Service that is there to kind of act as the go-between between the citizens and law enforcement, especially in an area where you have a lot of distrust, like in Ferguson. Now, it says, after detaining the journalists, is there a concern over officers out of control? To be honest, I thought the incident in McDonald's was totally out of line. Number one, was there a threat to that McDonald's right then and there? Was there a threat to the people who were inside that restaurant that was open for business? It doesn't appear that there was. Now, what department was that officer from? We don't know. He would not give his name or badge number like he's supposed to do, okay? So then, one of the journalists was taken outside, flex-cuffed, handcuffed, and they stood there for 15 minutes. So there must not have been too much of a threat in that particular area. That's going to be looked into by Chief Jackson. Now, next question. Ferguson has asked that no protests take place at night. At what point and how does a curfew work? Well, there was rumors yesterday, on Wednesday, that there was a curfew. But Chief Jackson yesterday during a press briefing said, no, there was no curfew. A lot of people say, well, if you want everyone off the street, why not make a curfew? I think one of the reasons he didn't do that was that it would seem like they were trying to oppress the people even more. But he was telling people to stay home. So, is that a curfew? No. But hopefully tonight, Thursday night, this facilitated protest will be peaceful. And the last question right now. How does the FBI continue its own investigation amid the chaos? Well, you've got all of the civil disobedience going on out on the street, but there's a lot of things, statements, forensics, that the FBI are looking at, and they're also looking at to see if there's any violation of civil rights of citizens there in Ferguson. So they are working on their investigation. You've got the St. Louis County Police Department, who is basically overseeing the shooting investigation. So there's a lot of investigations parallel going on as we speak. And again, thanks for your questions. Keep them coming, and we'll try to answer them as you give them to us.